Hi, first graders. It's Miss Crow. I had so much fun learning with you this week. Remember a few days ago, we talked about digraphs and we learned 2 new word chunks. And then yesterday, we talked about a long vowel spelling, which was A consonant E says A, and we learned about the turtle word strategy. We're going to go over our rules right now, and then we're going to read some words, spell some words, and read some sentences that use the rules we've learned this week. Afterward, I'll show you another example of a word with the turtle word strategy, and then we'll also look back at the books we read this week, and I'll show you those worksheets that you can keep working on for the rest of this week. Are you ready? Okay, let's see if we remember our rules. Our first one was CH says sh. Can you say that? CH says sh. Nice job. WH says w, just like the letter W. Can you say the rule? WH says w. Nice job. This one, remember, makes 2 sounds. TH says f or v. Remember, one is voiced and one is voiceless. Are you ready to say the rule? Okay. TH says f or v. Excellent. Now we talked about some word chunks. Remember, our first one had the ng in it, and n is a digraph, but we can remember the chunk because when we add a vowel to this digraph, it always says the same sound. Are you ready? UNG says ung. ONG says ong. Can you say that one? ONG says ong. Nice job. ING says ing. Repeat. ING says ing. ANG says ang. Do you remember? ANG says ang. Awesome. Now this one is another digraph, NK. When we put the vowel before it, it's going to make the same sound always. Okay? Are you ready? Let's say this one together. UNK says unk. Repeat it. UNK says unk. ONK says onk. ONK says onk. INK says ink. Say it with Miss Crow. INK says ink. ANK says ank. Say it. ANK says ank. Nice job. Yesterday we learned about a long vowel spelling. This one is the long A. Remember that an A can say ah if it's short, but if it's long, it's going to say A. There are a few different ways to spell long A. Yesterday we learned the most common way, and that is A consonant E says A. Remember, our consonant goes between our 2 vowels, and the E is silent, but we need it because it tells the A to make the long vowel sound. What's our rule again? A consonant E says A. Nice job. All right, I think we're ready to read some words that have these rules in them. Okay, so we're going to go over some words and sentences. We're also going to see the sight words that we learned yesterday. Are you ready? Okay. Do you remember what this sound makes? Ch. Yes, this says ch. Do you remember what sound this makes? Yes, it makes 2 sounds, or v. And do you remember which one this sound this makes? Yes, w. WH says w. All right, let's sound some words out. Are you ready? B, N, ch. The CH at the end says ch. Let's do it one more time. B, N, ch. Say it the fast way. Bench. Excellent. Let's try this one. Off. Good. The TH is voiceless in this word. Let's do it one more time. Off. Say it the fast way. Moth. Good job. A moth is an animal. All right. This one has the WH. Remember, it says w. Are you ready? W-ack. Let's do it one more time. W-ack. Nice job. Can you count how many sounds are in this word whack? Count them with Miss Crow. Whack. There's only 3 sounds in the word whack, but there are 5 letters. That's because remember the WH only makes 1 sound and the CK only makes 1 sound. Let's read this sentence together. Are you ready? Which. Oh, here's our A. Consonant E says A, so let's try it with a long A. Aim. Game. Has a in thin path. So this sentence had some digraphs in it, and then it also had our A. Consonant E says A. Are you ready to read the whole sentence the fast way? Okay. Which game has a thin path? Great job. All right, do you remember what this says? Ang. All right, I want to try to read these the fast way as we go through them. Are you ready? So this one says ang, ong, ing, ung. All right, now we're going to read some words with these chunks in them. Ready? Ing. Put it together. Ping. Nice job. Lung. Put it together. Lung. This one has a triple blend at the beginning, but remember with blends, they each make their own sound. Are you ready? St-ong. Let's do it one more time. St-ong. Read it the fast way. Strong. Great job. Ang. What's the word? Bang. All right, let's read this sentence together. Are you ready? Remember, EE says E when the 2 letters sit next to each other. A, B, E, B, stung, stung, the, long, long, wing, wing. Good job. Now this bee is like the animal bee that have stingers. So this bee stung a long wing. Are you ready to read the sentence the fast way? Okay. A bee stung the long wing. Great reading. All right, here's our other chunk that we were working on. Remember, it's the NK. Let's see if we can say the word chunk right away. Are you ready? This one would be ank. Say ank. Nice job. Onk. Good job. Ink. Yes, unk. Are you ready to read the words now? Okay. B-onk. Let's do it one more time. B-onk. Say it the fast way. Bonk. Good job. Like you would bonk your head on your bed. This one has a blend at the beginning. Are you ready? T-er-unk. Let's do it one more time. T-er-unk. What's the word? Trunk. Good job. Like an elephant's trunk, like in the story that we read this week. Y-ank. Sound it out with Miss Crow. Y-ank. Say it the fast way. Yank. Nice job. This one has another blend at the beginning. This one is kind of hard to hear, so I want you to make sure that you're making both sounds, the D and the R. Are you ready? D-er-ink. Try it one more time. D-er-ink. Say it the fast way. Drink. All right, are you ready for your sentence? Okay. CH says ch. Are you ready? Ch. Add, shad, will, ink, blink. From is our sight word this week. Nice job. The skunk. Skunk. Good job. So a skunk is an animal, and Chad's going to blink with his eyes. Let's read the sentence the fast way. Chad will blink from the skunk. All right, the last rule that we talked about was A, consonant E says A. Remember, where the line is where our consonant letter would go. Are you ready to read some words? Okay, let's try this one together. Snake. Let's do it one more time. Snake. Say it the fast way. Snake. Good job. And we use the K because if there was a C, it would be a soft C because it follows an E. So when we're doing a consonant E and here K, it's going to be a K. The word is snake. Are you ready for this one? All right, remember, here's a C. And when there is a C before an E, it turns into a soft C. So it's going to say, are you ready? Ace. Let's do it one more time. Ace. Say it the fast way. Trace. Good job. Like you would trace a picture. All right, here's our sentence. The wake. Good. It's a long A because it's A consonant E. Wake in the lake is big. Awesome. In this sentence, when they say wake, what they mean is that in the water, when there's little ripples that come from a boat, they call that the wake. So it's the water that comes from something that's moving. Are you ready? Let's read it the fast way. The wake in the lake is big. Great job. Okay, here's our sight word from this week. Remember, this one is a heart word. Miss Krasser, remember it by heart because the O doesn't sound like ah, it sounds like So if we remember that this O is in the word from, we'll be able to spell the word from. Let's spell it together. Are you ready? F-R-O-M, from. What's the word? From. Great job. The other one we learned this week was out. Yes, the word is out. And OU says ow in some words. Are you ready? O-U-T, out. Excellent job. You guys did so awesome reading words and sentences with those rules. When you reread your stories this week, I want you to make sure that you're looking for those rules, and I bet you'll start seeing them in other books that you're reading. Now, we're going to spell some of those words that had the rules. All you need is a paper and pencil, a whiteboard and a marker, or if you don't have any of those, remember you can just use your finger to finger spell on the table. Okay, are you ready for the first word? Okay, that word is chip. Say chip. Nice job. Spell chip. All right, let's check our spelling. What's the first thing that you hear in chip? Ch. Good job. And what is the rule? Yes, CH says ch. So Miss Crow would write a CH. What do you hear next? Ch, I, a short I. Ch, I, P. Nice job. The word is chip. How many sounds do you hear in chip? Ch, I, chip. 3 sounds, so you would need 3 boxes if you were going to spell them in your sound boxes. Are you ready for the next one? Okay, this is someone's name, so the first letter is going to be a capital. The word is Beth. Can you say Beth? Beth. Nice job. Spell Beth. Okay, let's check your spelling. Are you ready? What do you hear at the beginning of Beth? B. B. Miss Crow's going to make it a capital letter because it's someone's name. B. Eh. Remember, our short E makes 2 lines on the side of our mouth when we say eh. All right. What do you hear at the end of Beth? Good job. It's TH. This word is Beth. Are you ready for another one? All right. This word is grape. Say grape. Good. Miss Crow hears grape. I hear A in the middle of the word. So let's see if you can remember what rule that is. Ready? Spell grape. All right, let's check our spelling. Miss Cardi has this one spelled out for you. Is our beginning blend, and it was G-R. A. I hear an A, and our rule is A consonant, E says A. So A, P is our consonant, and we need the E on the end because it makes the A say its name. The word is grape. Nice job. All right, let's try two more. This word is swung. Say swung. This word has a word chunk in it. Let's see if you can remember that word chunk. Are you ready? Spell swung. Are you ready to check? Okay. Sw is our beginning blend, SW. Swung. UNG was our word chunk that says ung. Nice job. Now this word swung has 1, 2, 3, 4 sounds in the word swung because NG is a digraph that makes one sound. Are you ready for your last word? Okay, this one is another word chunk. This word is crank. Say crank. Good, like you would crank a machine. Crank. Spell crank. Are you ready to check? Okay, this one has a blend at the beginning. Do you know what it is? Crank has k-er at the beginning, a blend. Ank. Remember, our word chunk is A and K. Says ank, so the word is crank. Now this word has 1, 2, 3, 4 sounds because NK is also a digraph that makes one sound. So if we were going to put in our boxes, it would be ank, crank. Excellent job. So the other rule that we worked on this week was the turtle word rule. We learned about it yesterday, and it's like the rabbit word, where we're learning how to break up bigger words into smaller syllables. The word we worked on yesterday was beetle. The word we're going to work on today is jumble. Say jumble. Excellent job. Let's see if we remember our steps to breaking this word apart. So our turtle rule is that we look at the word, we find the LE, and we can write LE above the word. So when I write LE above the word, I'm going to do it in a different color so it stands out. But if you just have a pencil at home, that's okay. So I'll write LE above. And if we count back 3, 1, 2, 3, we'll land on our consonant. And our consonant gets a C because the C is the first letter in the word consonant. So once we label our consonant LE, it's going to tell us where we want to break our word. We want to break our word right before the consonant letter that we labeled. So this letter was the B. So we're going to break it right before the B. So all we have on this side of our word is our consonant LE rule. Are you ready to read the syllables? All right, we're going to scoop it and read it. Jum is our first part. Now let's read our second part. Bull, bull. Now we're going to put it together. Are you ready? Jumble. The word is jumble. Nice job. You just used the turtle word strategy to break apart a word that you may not have known how to read. Okay. Now we're going to look back at the stories that we read this week. Remember, the stories that we read this week have a lot of words with the rules that we have been practicing. The stories that we read this week were Interesting Elephants and The Case of Jake's Escape. Do you remember what happened in these stories? One was nonfiction and one was fiction. I want you to tell the new facts that you learned from interesting elephants to someone in your house this week. And you can also retell the story of the case of Jake's escape using the characters, setting, beginning, middle, and end, and even the problem and solution that happened in this story. Once you're done rereading, there were the worksheets that came with the books that you can complete later this week. We already have done day 1 of each book together, but there's also a few more days that you can go back and practice your skills with. Okay, now remember, when we're rereading our stories, we want to think about what a good reader does. A good reader has fluent reading. When we say fluent reading, we're thinking about 3 things right now. The first thing we're making sure is that we read all the words correctly. We're going to sound them out and blend them back together. The second thing I want you to think about when you're rereading this story is your speed. We don't want to be so fast that we forget what we read, and we don't want to be so slow that we also forget what we read. We want to read at a nice medium pace so people can understand our reading and you can remember the story. The last thing I want you to think about when you're rereading the story is what you sound like. So if there is an exclamation point or words in capital letters, like in our second story, you might want to change your voice to match how the character's feeling. Okay, so this week you're going to reread these stories. You can complete the extra worksheet packets, and I want you looking for those rules that we learned while you read. You guys did so awesome this week. I'll see you again soon.